Hello young little minds, welcome to All Force e-learning program. This is physics session number 55. Now in this session we shall talk about the electric potential due to a charged conducting sphere. So our today's topic is electric potential due to a charged conducting sphere. You know, in the earlier class we were taking a hollow sphere, conducting sphere, a conducting solid sphere. The electric potential due to a charged conducting solid sphere, right? So we'll deduce a formula for this and we'll take the applications of this one. Okay. So before going to this, let's have a recall of what are the things that are required for the deduction of this formula there, right? We'll have a recall of the things there. So I was telling you, electric potential of any body is the electrical state of the body which determines the direction of flow. Whether it is in a state of giving charge or whether it is in a state of taking charge, right? So it is the state of possessing energy, and that is electric potential. Well, it is defined as by definition, electric potential is defined as the amount of work done per unit charge. The amount of work done per unit test charge in moving the test charge from infinity to the point of the field. The work done in moving a unit positive test charge from infinity to the point of the field. Now that is electric potential, right? Later, using this, we have deduced the formula for the electric potential due to a point charge. Electric potential due to a point charge is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R, where Q is the charge, the quantity of charge, and R is the distance of the point from the charge. Later, we have learned about the potential due to multiple charges. If there are many charges in the same vicinity, the resultant potential is the algebraic sum of all the individual potentials I1 to In. The resultant potential is the sum of all the potentials. Potential is a scalar, right? Even though it's a scalar, it can be positive, negative and zero. For positive charge, it is positive. For negative charge, it is negative. So according to that, then it being a scalar, the total potential is algebraic sum. Just add them. But mind you, you should take the proper sign for the proper charge there. Respective sign for the respective charge. Putting up the proper signs there, you can add them algebraically. That is electric potential due to many charges, many point charges. Later we derive the formula for the potential due to hollow charged sphere. We got the potential due to hollow charged sphere is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R for R greater than its radius. And on the surface, this is outside point. On the surface we got it as 4 pi epsilon naught Q by capital R. The inside also the same, inside same, and in the center is also same. This is for R greater than R, and this is for all R from less than or equal to R. For all R less than or equal to R, this is the potential for hollow charged sphere, right? Whether it is conducting or not conducting, that is the point. Now, using this data, we shall now derive a formula for the electric potential due to a charge conducting solid sphere, a metal solid sphere, conducting sphere, metal sphere, right? So what would be the electric potential for this? We'll find out. First, let's take a first of all, let's take a solid sphere like this, a solid sphere of radius r, right? This is a conducting solid sphere of radius r. The charge, let its charge be Q. I am giving charge Q to this. The charge is Q. Its surface charge density is sigma. You know, sigma is equal to charge per unit area. So it's Q by A, charge per area. So therefore, charge Q from this I can write as sigma into 4 pi r square. This is equation 1. Now, so this is a metal conducting charged sphere, right? Now it's a solid sphere. Even though there is some charge inside, when the charge will move to the surface, I was telling you, For a metal sphere, charge only resides on the surface of the sphere. There is no charge inside the sphere. Inside the sphere, charge will not be no charge is existing inside, no flux, no field inside. So inside the charged, conducting sphere, there is no charge. So whatever charge you give, all the charge will reside on the surface only. All the charge resides in the surface only, in the sense it gives like a hollow sphere. It is same as the potential due to hollow sphere. Same, we will get the same. But we will deduce how you can find the potential there. Okay, right? It gives. And again we we have also learned about shell theorem. You know, a charged conducting sphere, all the charges on surface with respect to any point outside, all the charge behaves as if all the charge is at the center, is concentrated at the center of the sphere. That is, all the charge is at the center. It behaves like a point charge. It behaves like a point charge. And also inside the sphere, the field is zero. Now we have learned the shell theorems also. Right? Based on that, we will deduce the formula for the potential due to a conducting. You know, it is a charged conducting solid sphere. Charged conducting solid sphere. So what do I mean conducting sphere? For a conducting sphere, you give any charge, solid, there is matter inside, but any charge that is given to it resides only on the surface. So it behaves it will behave like a hollow sphere only, right? Now let us consider a point P, outside point P at a distance r. Now we have to find out the potential at this point P at a distance r. Case 1. Outside point, at outside point we are finding the potential. For r greater than r, we are finding the potential, right? Yes. Now we know, according to the definition of potential, what is potential? It is the amount of work done in moving a charge from infinity to the point in the field. The work done in moving a charge from infinity to the point in the field. So imagine a unit positive test charge. So I am moving it from infinity to the point in the field. So the potential V is W by Q. But you know, you can even prove it by another method. So I will give you the other method also. Now, for this conducting charged sphere at an outside point, first point, the electric field due to a conducting charged sphere at the outside point. You know, we have learned in the previous chapter the formula for the electric field for the conducting sphere at the outside point is Q by R square. This is the formula for the electric field. The electric field intensity, the electric field strength of a solid conducting sphere at any outside point is 1 by 4 pi epsilon Q by R square. Right? So this is the electric field. You know, we know the relation between potential and electric field. We know the potential V is equal to minus integral of E dot dr from infinity to the point of the field. Well, how do you get this? We know potential V is the total amount of work done in moving a unit positive charge from infinity to the point of the field. So it is the total, in the sense integration, the total work done in moving a point charge from infinity to the point in the field. Point charge Q0 against the field dW. Work done. The total work done in moving a charge from infinity to the point in the field, it is dW. Work done per unit test charge. But you know what is work done? Work done is F dot dr. We know in first year we have learned according to work per energy. What is work done? Work done is F dot S. F dot the displacement. So the small work done F dot dr. The total work done integration. But you know, we have even learned in the previous chapter the electric field strength. The definition for electric field strength is, it is the force experienced by unit particle test charge. F by Q naught. So F by Q naught I can write as V is equal to minus integral to R. F by Q naught is electric field. So it is E dot dr. So we can even write down the formula for the electric potential as, it is the minus integral of E dot dr from infinity to the point. Well, this is the method from the definition I am getting. So it is W by Q naught. W is total work done, dW infinity to R minus by Q naught. Well, that is W is force into displacement F dot dr, but force by Q naught is electric field intensity. We have proved it earlier. So, by definition of the electric field intensity is defined as the force experienced by a unit positive test charge. So, F by Q naught is E. So, therefore, E dot dr. So, using this formula also we can derive. So, in using the relation between the electric potential and electric field intensity also, you can derive the formula for the electric potential. Well, V is equal to minus integral E dot dr. Now the electric field. This being a positive charge, the electric field is like this. But our displacement dr, I am moving the charge from infinity to the point in the field. Against the field, the angle is right. So this comes out to be the direction between these two, E and dr. So this I can put it as the electric field E is equal to, well, so therefore electric potential V is equal to minus integral infinity to R. This is E, electric field E. E dot dr mod A mod B cos theta. So I will get it as E dr. But electric field, we know the formula is 1 by 4 from. So potential is minus integral infinity to R. It's 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square dr. Right? So therefore, taking the constant terms outside, it's minus capital Q by 4 pi epsilon naught out. It's 1 by R square dr. So V is equal to minus Q by 4 pi R square integral of R power minus 2 dr is from infinity to the point. So potential V is equal to minus Q by 4 pi epsilon naught. 4 pi epsilon naught integration. Integral of x power n dx is x power n plus 1 by n plus 1. X power n dx is x power n plus 1 by n plus 1. So it is R power minus 2 plus 1 by minus 2 plus 1 from infinity to R. So therefore, we get the potential V is equal to potential V, right? So the electric field into dr. So this is electric field into dr, E dot dr. So V is minus integral R to infinity E dr. So small displacement, for small displacement. So it's R power minus 2. So potential V is equal to minus Q by 4 pi epsilon naught. This is, it is limits infinity to R it is. Now this I can write as R power minus 1 by minus 1 from infinity to R. Well, this minus get cancelled. So the potential is Q by 4 pi epsilon naught. Q by 4 pi epsilon naught, it is 1 by R from infinity to R. So V is Q by 4 pi epsilon naught, its upper limit minus lower limit, 1 by infinity is 0. So the potential is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. This is the formula. The electric potential due to a conducting charged sphere. First, consider a solid conducting solid sphere. A conducting solid sphere. Right? Let it be charged with a charge Q. I am giving a charge Q to it. So, charge Q that is given to the conducting sphere. For a conductor, charge resides only on the surface. So, all the charge will reside on the surface. There is no charge inside. On the surface. Right, first point. Now let me imagine a point P where I have to find out the electric field there. Let it be at a distance smaller. Now here, at this point, P is a distance smaller. B here. Now, so the outside point, I am finding the electric field at the outside point R greater than R like this. At the point P, we know according to the electric field intensity, we have derived the electric field intensity according to definition, it is the force experienced by unit positive charge. Now, electric field due to a solid conducting sphere E is 1 over F naught Q by R square. Q by R square. Now, electric potential B I can write as minus infinity to R E dot dr. Well, I have proved how it is. Potential B is equal to work done per unit charge. Work is F dot ds, but F by Q is equal to E, so it is E dot dr. So infinity to R. But electric field for small displacement dr, it is both in same direction. So therefore, E dr, I can write as E dr. So E is the electric field, it is 1 by E is the electric field, equation 1, substituting 1 into E is 1 by 4 epsilon q by r square, 1 by 4 epsilon q by r square dr. So therefore potential is minus q by 4 epsilon 1 by r square dr. Well, r 1 by r square, r goes to the numerator, it is r power minus 2 dr. Right? Infinity to r like this. So therefore q minus q by 4 epsilon r power minus 2. R power minus 2 plus 1 by minus 2 plus 1. You know the integration. X power n dx is equal to x power n plus 1 by n plus 1. Right? According to the limits you have to substitute. Upper limit minus lower limit. So r power minus 2 plus 1 is r power minus 1. Minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1. This minus cancel. Right? So q by 4 epsilon r, it's 1 by r here. Upper limit minus lower limit. So 1 by infinity is 0. So potential V is 1 by 4 by epsilon naught q by r. This is the potential. So for a conducting charged conducting solid sphere, potential any outside at any outside point V 1 by 4 by epsilon naught q by r. This is the formula for the electric potential at the outside point. Right? Well, so the electric field for potential. Now coming to this point 4, it's 1 by 4 epsilon naught. This is 9 into, with respect to the formulas, 9 into 10 to the power of 9 q by r. Potential directly proportional to the amount of the charge, and the potential is inversely proportional to the distance in the point. Obviously, if the point is at infinity, potential is 0. Potential due to any charge at infinite distance is 0. So therefore, V equal to 9 10.9 q by r. Right? Had it been in any medium, instead of A, if it is in any medium, then potential you can write as 1 by 4 pi. Instead of epsilon, you should write as k epsilon naught q by r. Where k is dielectric constant, you learned it earlier. So the potential in any medium will be, this is the potential in air. So potential in any medium is potential in air by epsilon. So this way you can find the potential. Okay. This is the electric potential due to a charged conducting charged solid sphere. Right? Even though it is a solid sphere, all the charge will reside only on the surface. So therefore, charge on the surface, it behaves like a hollow sphere. It is similar to a hollow sphere like this. Right? Now, let us find out the electric potential due to this charge only. Potential due to this charge only at the surface point. The potential due to the same conducting charged sphere at the surface point. Potential at the surface point. On the surface point, if I am asked to find the potential, here if is the second case 2, second case. Potential on the surface. On the surface here. Now on the surface in the sense the distance small r is capital. Well, now we have proved potential at any outside point is equal to 1 by 4 by epsilon naught q by small r. For any outside point where the distance is smaller, it's q by small r. But on the surface point here, now r is equal to capital R. This is the point is capital R. So the potential on the surface V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, it's q by capital R is equal to small r, so this is small r. The potential due to a solid conducting charged sphere on the surface, 1 by 4 pi epsilon q by r. On the surface it is q by r, right? Electric potential due to the charged sphere on the surface is q by r, this way it is. Well, now the potential due to the solid conducting sphere, now at any inside point. Case 3, this is on the surface, potential on the surface, you know this is the maximum value, highest value, right, on the surface. Now if I have to, next third case, case 3, at any inside point, if I am asked to find out the potential at inside point of the sphere, so for r less than capital R, what is the potential? So at any inside point here, what is the potential? Here after I want to find out. Well, again we know potential V is equal to minus integral E dot dr, right? So this is the formula there. But you know, for a charged conducting charged solid sphere, for this conducting charged sphere, the charge inside is 0, flux inside is 0, and the electric field inside is 0. So the electric field inside is equal to 0, right? So actually this I can write it as, it's minus integral E dot dr. E is equal to minus dV by dr, minus go that side, integration is the reverse process of differentiation. I can write E is minus dV by dr. So E is 0, in the sense dV by dr is equal to 0. Differentiation of any function is 0, so the function is a constant, you know. Differentiation of a function is 0 in the sense the function is a constant. For a constant function, differentiation is 0. So V is a constant inside. And what constant? It is same as on the surface. So at all the inside point, potential is same, constant, right? So therefore it is same as on the surface. So potential at any inside point is same as potential on the surface point. That is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R it is. Right? So potential, you know, potential is minus integral E dot dr. At any inside point, potential is 0, flux 0, charge this is 0. Electric field from this minus, I have taken it right side. Integration, when I take to the other side, it is differentiation of dr. So minus dE by dr. So therefore, electric field is minus dE by dr. But any inside point, electric field is 0. So dE by dr is 0. You know, according to mathematics, if the differentiation of a function is 0, then the function is a constant function. So it is d by dr of v. So v is constant. At any inside point, v is constant. Constant what? Same as on the surface. So even if I take a point on the surface, right, the potential is same. So that is same as on the surface potential. You can even do this by another application also. We know the potential. The potential is defined as the amount of work done in moving a unit particle charge from infinity to the point. So the potential at any inside point is, this is inside point, let us say the point is P. So it is work done to move from infinity to P by Q naught. Now work done to move from infinity to the point to P is equal to work done to move from infinity to the surface, from surface to point. So this is work done to move from infinity to surface plus work done to move from surface to point P by Q naught. Well, to go inside the sphere, you have to pass through the surface. So it is from infinity to the surface plus from surface to inside. So infinity to surface plus surface plus. So therefore potential inside is work done to move from infinity to surface plus by Q naught plus surface to point P by Q naught. You know, work done to move from surface to point P. From here to here, you know, inside there is no charge. Charge inside 0, flux inside 0, field inside 0. There are no electric lines of forces. There is no work done. There is no opposition. There is nobody to oppose. So this work done is. So potentiality in inside point is work done to move from infinity to the surface by Q naught. But you know, work done to move from infinity to the surface by Q naught is nothing but potential on the surface. So therefore potential at any inside point is same as potential on the surface. That is 1 by 4 pi epsilon Q by R. At any inside point the potential is same as on the surface. Any point it is same. How about the center? Yes, potential at the center same as potential at inside point, or it is same as potential at the surface point. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R it is. Right? So for a conducting solid sphere, the potential at any point, potential charged conducting solid sphere, the potential at any point outside the sphere is 1 by 4 pi. Let me write down all the things in one for all the points. Let us denote the formula. For all the respective points, we will write down the formula. So, for a conducting charged solid sphere, now first of all, you know, potential at infinity for any charge 0. Outside point P for all R greater than R, the potential at any outside point, it's 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by small r. At any outside point, the potential is 1 by 4 epsilon naught q by small r, where q is the quantity of charge, r is the distance from the point. Well, at a point here, where surface point here, at r is equal to capital R, here the potential V on the surface, it's 1 by 4 by epsilon naught q by capital R. R is smaller, capital R. Smaller is equal to capital R. So 1 by 4 epsilon q by R it is. Right? At any inside point and at the center, anywhere. So potential at the center or potential inside is same as potential surface, that is 1 by 4 by epsilon naught q by R. This is the formula from the electric potential at any inside point, at the center or at any point on the surface, all same. So at all the points here, potential for a solid conducting sphere is same. From here to here, anywhere in any point, potential is a constant. It does not change. But outside point, potential varies inversely with the distance. V is inversely proportional to the distance. It varies inversely outside. It is inverse. It is inverse to the distance. The graph will be a rectangular hyperbola for outside point. But any inside point, center or inside, potential is a constant. It does not change. This is the variation. Right? So for a solid conducting, for a charged solid conducting solid sphere, potential at any point is a constant. The potential at any point inside is a constant. Outside point, it's 1 by 4 pi epsilon q by r. This way it is. Potential like this. For a solid conducting sphere, inside the sphere charge is 0, flux is 0, field is 0, there are no lines of force. So this will behave as like a hollow charged sphere. It behaves like a hollow charged sphere. Even for a hollow charged sphere also we got the same formula. For a hollow charged sphere also, the potential outside is also same, 1 by 4 epsilon q by r, on the surface capital Q by capital R. At any inside point, center point or on the surface, it is all same. Potential is a constant for all the points there, right?